All rise. Support court is now in session. Judges case number JVB1085, Campbell case.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies, you may be seated. I'm Judge Brian D. Woodard, and ma'am, you brought this case before me. Matter of fact, before I get started on anything, I see your both last names are Campbell.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So what is your first name?
Kelly Campbell.
Kelly Campbell.
Yes.
And you, ma'am?
I'm Rochelle, but you can call me Ro.
This courtroom is about to explode. Blood is turning against blood in a brutal clash. Kelly versus Rochelle, two cousins locked in a fierce custody battle over a 6-year-old boy. Kelly comes out swinging, calling Rochelle an unfit, reckless mother who drags her son into sketchy situations just to chase a selfish lifestyle. But Rochelle fires back, claiming she's got it under control, even if her parenting raises eyebrows and/or red flags. Things spiral fast. And the truth that comes out? You won't see it coming. So here's the question. If a family member was neglecting their kid, would you step in or stay silent? Sound off in the comments. Because the stakes are real and the fallout is personal.
And
Kelly.
Kelly, okay. Yes. Kelly Rowe, let me go there because if I forget it, because Rowe and Kelly. All right, so let's get started. So go ahead and tell me about this.
My name is Kelly Campbell.
Leaving a child in 105-degree heat with just a gym fan? That's not bad judgment. That's dangerously irresponsible. But here's the legal twist. Does this give Kelly enough ground to take custody? Family court isn't based on opinions. Judges need clear proof of neglect or danger. So is Rochelle just making poor choices? Or is she truly failing to meet her child's basic needs? Should lacking air conditioning or proper schooling be enough to lose custody? Or is that going too far? Drop your take in the comments, because this isn't just about parenting. This is about when family says, enough is enough.
Manager the city has to offer. I brought my cousin to court because she's attempting to want to get involved in her son's life all of a sudden. But her choices, they're poor. She has childish behavior, and she's not taking care of her responsibilities. Simple.
She's not taking care of her responsibilities. How many, does she have children with you or living with you, or?
She has a son, 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yes.
And so what makes her childish?
She's just,
girl, I'm grown.
These streets. She's
Hold on one second. We're going to get to that part.
I'm real grown.
Okay, Miss Grown. One thing about it is grown people don't have to tell other grown people that they're grown. So just wait till I get to you, and then we're going to go ahead and get this train moving. But I'm going to get to you.
Yes, sir.
Miss Rowe.
Kelly's not holding back. She paints a grim picture. No AC in triple-digit heat, 1 old. Fan barely spinning, warm Capri Suns, and a child falling behind in school and court. It all comes down to one thing. The child's safety. Judges don't tolerate neglect. If Rochelle's choices truly put her son at risk, she could lose everything. But here's the twist. Can Rochelle flip the case with a solid defense? Stay tuned. This custody battle is far from over.
All right, let's go.
If you could change the R to a H. But the point, what I'm saying is...
We're not going there, but go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and over like
Emotions,
that.
sir.
I understand, but let's go ahead and get to business.
She's childish because she chooses to mix up her priorities.
Okay.
It's not flying, Your Honor. Her child, you know it's about 105 degrees. She has no AC. She has a gym fan circulating in the home.
The window was cracked. The window was cracked.
Ladies, let me go ahead and get something straight right here, because I just want this to go smoothly. And I know how ladies are sometimes. Y'all like to talk and get your point across, and you're going to be heard. I promise you're going to be heard. But being heard this way is not going to fly. So let's go ahead and continue without any interruptions. Ms. Rowe.
Got it.
When it's time for you to go, I will go back to you, Ms. Rowe.
Yes.
But for right now, please keep quiet. Can we do that? Let's get this show back on the road.
Thank you, because she's rude.
I didn't ask about what she is. I'm just asking you to go ahead and continue to tell me what you're going to do.
I stand corrected.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Let's go.
I apologize. As I mentioned, her 6-year-old is in very poor conditions. Circulating hot air, where hot air is not going to fly. As I mentioned, the temperatures are high. She leaves a bowl of noodles, chicken flavor, for her son, Capri Suns that aren't refrigerated. The child is so behind educationally. All he know how to do is whoa. It's just a lot going on. I don't like it, and I am going to be the provider for her child. And that's it, point blank.
Okay, and Miss Campbell, what are you actually asking for?
Up. Did Rochelle just admit to leaving her 6-year-old home alone for 2 hours? To go on a date, and the reason? She said she was looking for a stepdad during a pork chop special at a diner. I've heard wild courtroom moments, but this one? It's in a league of its own. Forget taking the cake. Rochelle just served up the pork chop excuse of the year. Now the big question, is she truly an unfit mother, or is Kelly stretching the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this case just went from troubling to straight up surreal.
I want the full custody of her child, Caleb.
Okay.
And I would like her to pay me, since she wants other men to pay her. But that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to tell me before I move on to Ms. Rose?
I want you to see that she's truly childish, lax.
I didn't ask for insults. I said, is there anything that you want to tell me?
I didn't know that was an insult. It's really factual. No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, this is going to be a challenge. Whew, don't you know? Miss Rowe, let's go. Continue this show.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so they keep saying I'm crazy, right? They took my baby from me and gave it to her because I had a little date. I spent the block. I left him at the house by
You spent the what?
The block. We went to Perry's. Me and his, he was tall, dark, and handsome. But I was going to bring him a pork chop special back. So I went on this little date, left him at the house by himself. I gave him some noodles, a Capri Sun, and they call themselves saying,
now this is where the judge finally stepped.
Just when you think it couldn't get messier, Kelly drops a bombshell. She claims Rochelle only shows up once a year to claim her son on her taxes. Let's be clear. Falsely claiming a dependent is a serious offense. It can spark IRS investigations and bring serious legal heat. If Kelly has proof, Rochelle isn't just fighting for custody. She could be facing criminal charges. So here's the debate. Should tax fraud play a role in custody decisions, or should it be handled separately? Sound off in the comments, because this case isn't just about parenting anymore. It's unraveling on every front.
baby at the house by himself. I'm like, look, he was good. It was just for like 2 hours. I was going to be right back, and I was going to bring him back.
Wait a minute, how long?
Like 2 hours. We
2
had
hours.
reservations, so we was going to get right in.
So you made reservations and you left your child with her for just 2 hours. Was it just for that night?
It was not 2 hours, Your Honor. It was 6 hours plus 2 bonus hours because she wanted to have a rendezvous.
All right, hold on one second. Okay, continue this. Yeah, this
Thank
is.
you.
I really want to hear this one.
She think because she got a pool.
No,
in her
I ain't
backyard.
worried about that. Let's get to the facts.
Okay,
Go ahead.
fine. So I spent the block, ran to the Perry's with the fella. You know what I'm saying? He was far. Okay. So look, I'm trying to get him a stepdad. I was gonna bring him back a pork chop special. Have you had one of them Perry's pork chops?
You trying to get a
It's like
stepdaddy?
this,
Listen,
it's-
you're trying to go and get a stepdaddy
For the baby.
for a pork chop with a pork chop. Is
I
that
was
how?
gonna bring him the pork chop bag.
And so you expect him to be stepdaddy because you brought him bringing a pork chop because you were bringing. I want him to be
I'm
my
bringing the
stepdaddy.
baby.
So maybe if I give him a pork chop, he gonna be my.
I'll bring the baby back a pork chop.
Oh, the baby, you bring the baby a pork
I
chop,
went on
not the man a pork chop.
No, the man was gonna buy the baby a pork chop.
Okay.
So I'm taking care of him.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, man.
So me and the man went out to dinner. I get back, they all, you're not supposed to leave your baby here, this and this and this. I'm like, he's 6 years old. He got some noodles. He got a couple of Capri Sun. I cracked the window, the fan was on, so he was good.